to this brief video taking a look at secondary choice boards. If you have any questions kind of throughout this session, what you'll do is you'll go ahead and click on this text bubble. It's going to take you to a Google form for me, and this is going to be a place where you can ask me questions and I can follow up either with a virtual meet if you'd like, or we can also chat via email, kind of whatever is the most easiest for you. But if you could just give me as much information as possible so that I can best support you in any way that you need. So I'm going to go ahead and kickstart this off. So I've got lots of links embedded, so be sure that you're going to the slides if you need. Feel free to make a copy as well, or add to your drive, whatever's easier. If you need to make a copy, it's just under there under File, but you can also add to your drive. You'll see a little plus sign right here. You can move it anywhere you need to kind of move it to. So the biggest thing with choice boards is that we're not really giving our kids more or less work. We're just giving them different work that allows them a little bit more voice and choice in their learning style. What I love is with secondary students is they're pretty self-sufficient when it comes to tech tools. They like to click, they like to play. And so being able to take our learning goals and kind of differentiate and customize it for our students create such an impact for them, because really they'll take more ownership of their learning this way. So this kind of quick example obviously is rocks and minerals, is probably a little bit more elementary, but it gives you an idea of what choice boards can be, where it's just giving them an objective and then you're telling them to do something with it. Make your own diagram, maybe make your own flashcard, something along those lines. These articles are really great resources. They're all super short. Shout out to Jennifer Wood on the I-Team who provided these excellent resources. They are really nice. Feel free to click on them if you just want to see more. Some of them actually have some directions and some templates that are kind of built out. So please feel free to kind of check all of those out. But the biggest thing is giving students more voice and choice in how they show you what they're learning, especially in this new kind of at-home learning environment that we have. So the first one that I really like is the tic-tac-toe option, because you're really having a mandatory task in the middle of the board, and then students have to complete 3 in a row, whether that's diagonal, horizontal, vertical, all that good stuff. But try not to make things too complicated and don't get bogged down in the task. You can keep it as broad as you would like. I like doing this one because they can kind of pick their path. Some teachers, the way that they do it, have the center option as the digital choice, and then the ones surrounding it are paper-based. So whatever choice they make, they have to do both options, especially because we know our students took home their Chromebooks, so that's really helpful. So tools of the trade. These are some really great options just to kind of keep in the back of your mind. So when coming up, if you're choosing to create a digital task, is to think about the verb. So are my kids going to be classifying and sorting? Okay, Google Slides is going to be the easiest way to do that, because they can click and drag icons and they can add comments and audio to explain their thinking. If they're wanting to create something, whether that's a web page, whether that's a poster, if that happens to be a video, Adobe Smart is a great option for these students because it's 3 tools in one website, and they already have templates and music built in, so students don't get bogged down in the designing option, but they can focus on their content. If they need to record and make a video, WeVideo, all students have premium accounts in secondary, and Flipgrid is 100% free as well. Some of my big pro tips is trying to start with quick-to-learn tools first, so that, again, students don't get bogged down in the technology. They're focused on your content. Padlet is a great option for mind mapping. Students can add in text, they can draw because their Chromebooks are touchscreen, they can also drop in links. It may be a little elementary, but I think it's really a nice option for kids. If you just hit try it out at the very top, it'll kind of give you a demo of a version, and then you can actually go ahead and see how it works. Kids could screenshot and then drop it into Google Classroom, drop it into Drive, drop it on whatever they need to. But yeah, you just double click and then you can see. I'm just going to go ahead and close this out. So if students log in, it'll actually show their name, but you don't have to, so they can type here. I can actually type out what I need to. You can have them change the border colors, so put everything in red this way, put everything in yellow this way. When you're ready, just double click, and then you can easily connect how those work. Adding in an image or a video is a great option. You can also draw. So Padlet, very easy to use, quick and short. other one that I really, really like is quizzes. If you haven't, I'm sure a lot of you have seen it, but I still like to recommend it simply because it's a great tool for at-home learning, because they already have resources built in that you can pick and pull. So if you haven't already, you can actually sign up with Google if you don't have an account. So just come over here and log in. And then you can see my information got pulled up, but you should see the login with Google if you don't have an account already. So you can search their library. Teachers are already pouring in lots of resources. A lot of them are aligned already. You can see if that helps. You have peer revising and editing. You have great things for social studies. You have great things for math, for science, all that good stuff. So you could search things already. So I could put Algebra 1 just to see what creations people have made. You can also look and see all the questions that they have, and you can immediately play it and assign for homework, which is really nice. Solo game is really helpful, obviously, for those specific kids. If I click on this arrow, just to kind of expand it, if you click on edit, this will basically create your own copy, and then you can go through and customize what you need. So if you like the first 3 questions, I don't really like the first question, so let me go ahead and delete that. You know, I could use some more questions about x-intercepts. So teleport kind of pulls open this side window, and you can look at all the public quizzes and choose additional questions you'd like to add. Ooh, actually, I like this one. It's a good review question. So you can see how quizzes is really customizable. Kids know how to do this. They join with a code. It's really, really friendly. The last one that I recommend is Padlet, simply because it's a great way for students to choose and post and brainstorm. They can drop pictures, links, they can comment, they can vote, they can drop in GIFs. It's really good, especially if you want like before and after questions. There's some really good templates there, and it's a great way to increase collaboration with kids. The biggest thing is don't be afraid to repeat tools. It's okay to use quizzes every single time. Don't feel like you need to continue introducing new tools. It will overwhelm students, especially because they do have other classes that they're working on. This is a really great option from Morgan. Some of these apps are a little bit elementary, but it's the idea that I wanted to share with you. So what she did is at the very top, once this loads, you're going to see 3 bullets. So she posted 3 basically essential questions, objectives that she wanted her kids to show her that they knew. And then she just listed 9 apps that she said these are the apps that you can use to show mastery of those concepts. And she kept the same app. So obviously some of these are iPad based, so you'd want to pick Chromebook options. But I liked this because it's simple, it's straightforward, it's easy for the kids to do. They can submit all their work in Google Classroom. You can also have a submission Google form that kids could work on and then submit links that way. And then all of their products are in one spreadsheet. That's one of my favorite kind of options to recommend to teachers. So what I have right here is a free template for you. It will ask you to make a copy. So once you select it, it'll pop open with a window. This is going to allow your own copy to go to your Google Drive so that you can make changes. You don't have to worry about going on top of anybody's work. But I figured here it gives you a template and a place to start from. I also pulled some of my favorite apps for secondary with the pictures, so you don't need to worry about finding them or anything like that. You just have to focus on dropping in the tasks. And then links are obviously there if you need. Some of them do require an account creation, but be sure that a lot of these options are single sign-on with Google, so that should help our students quite a bit. There's going to be 3 different templates that I have here. The first one kind of looks similar to what I showed you with Morgan. Some people like to put the directions in the middle. There's going to be a menu option with like appetizers, the main course, and the dessert. So that's really nice if you want to do kind of a pre-check, your main objectives, and then some extension exercises. Here we go. Feel free to edit and delete anything on your version. You'll see where you can edit. The kid would just double click here to edit their name. If you double click here how to submit, you can change that. You can always drop in your own text. These are, again, all great options, a little bit of everything. Some of them are assessment based, some of them are creation based, some of them are collaboration. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions on these apps. I'm passionate about every single one of them, and I'm so happy to help you kind of guide through those tools. Here's the diner menu. again, kind of showing you how to add text boxes. Again, you can share it through Google Classroom or Seesaw. And then again, creating a submission form can be very, very helpful for students. And then here's a tic-tac-toe template where, again, they complete 3 in a row. So I wanted to be sure that you had a copy of that you can edit and change and share with your kids. Biggest thing about these choice boards is not only are you addressing your standards, you're also addressing some ISTE standards, because you're co-learning with these students. You're providing alternative ways, and it's really helping them actively participate in their learning. So it's definitely huge. This last thing that I'm going to leave you with is, again, some of my favorite apps, and the color coding is to help you see how challenging these apps could be. So anything in green is pretty straightforward. It's not going to take a lot of learning curve on your students to use at all. It's something you can implement very quickly. Anything in yellow definitely either takes some time on your kids to learn or for you to learn. So those are definitely going to be a big bang for your buck, but just may take a little bit longer. Anything in red tends to take the longest, but that's because there are so many things that you can do and so many things that the kids can do as well. Everything is linked, so feel free to click on the icon. The biggest thing is obviously you don't need to worry about self-service. That's for elementary, but they're definitely web-based, so that's the biggest thing for us. Edpuzzle, fantastic. If you need a tutorial, I have tutorials built out for Edpuzzle. I have tutorials for almost all of these, and I'm willing to share them with you if you have any questions. Last part is obviously my contact information, so if you need to contact me at all, feel free to email me if that's a little bit faster. If you click on that, it'll send me an email. I'm also very active on Twitter. I like to share a lot of updates. I like to share tips and tricks. Some of them are bite-sized, and some of them are a little bit longer, but I do like to share some good templates that way as well. So I wanted to be sure you knew where my contact information was. Like I said, please feel free to send me any questions on that form, and I will respond to you as fast as I can. Thank you so much for joining, and reach out if you have any questions at all. I'm here for you.